Okay, listen up, because what I'm about to tell you makes reality TV look like a Sunday nap. Forget the Kardashians fighting over lip gloss. Forget Kanye West trying to convince us he's running for president again. This right here is pure cinematic chaos. Canelo Alvarez, the red-headed Mexican machine, the man who punches like Thor's hammer, got a sponsorship deal. And then there's the bully. Oh yes, the self-proclaimed tough guy who thought it was cute to clown Canelo, laugh at him, mock his size, his style, his everything. Imagine roasting a lion because it blinks too slow. That's basically what this clown did. The internet thought it was hilarious. Haha, look at the big man making jokes. But oh my sweet summer children, what came next wasn't just karma. It was a brutal slow-motion history book level KO that turned this bully into a walking meme template. I'm talking about delete your Instagram, move to the mountains, and live as a hermit-level humiliation. This isn't just boxing. This is Shakespeare with boxing gloves. It's a Netflix drama, but with concussions and the footage. The footage looks like karma itself, laced up gloves. Stick around, because once you see how this mockery turned into disaster, you'll never laugh at Canelo again. The setup for this fiasco starts in classic internet fashion, a loudmouth with Wi-Fi and way too much confidence. You know the type, they couldn't win a pillow fight against their grandma. But suddenly they're experts at dismantling world champions. This guy, he made a sport out of mocking Canelo Alvarez. He laughed at his height, called him short. King Canelo joked that Canelo looked like he was cosplaying a leprechaun with boxing gloves. He even imitated his stance in videos, wobbling like a bad TikTok dancer. The comment section ate it up. Haha, Canelo's overrated. Canelo can't touch real fighters. I'd beat him with one arm. You know, the usual bravado. From people who think shadowboxing in their bathroom makes them Floyd Mayweather. Now, here's the problem. Canelo isn't just a boxer. He's basically the final boss of Mexican pride. He's carried the weight of a nation, demolished legends, and casually slapped around men twice his size. His record speaks louder than a stadium full of vuvuzelas. But apparently, that wasn't enough to scare this bully from opening his mouth. And then, the internet leak. A clip surfaces of this so-called tough guy calling out Canelo, mocking him during a sparring session, even daring to say, "Canelo wouldn't last 2 rounds with me." Oh buddy, that sentence aged like milk in the sun. At first, fans thought it was just trolling. No way this dude is serious, but then receipts started popping up. Screenshots, Dean, Miz, even Jim whispers. Apparently, this bully had been talking trash about Canelo for months. Not playful banter, straight up disrespect. The reactions were volcanic. Canelo's fans, out for blood. Memes flooded Twitter. Canelo photoshopped as Thanos, the bully as Ant-Man stuck under his boot. MMA fans even jumped in, reminding everyone that mocking Canelo is like sticking your tongue in an electric socket. Sure, you can do it, but don't cry when your life choices get rearranged. And then, the challenge escalated. The bully decided to spar with Canelo. Not a parody, not a joke. He actually stepped into the ring with a pound-for-pound king of Mexican boxing. Twitter didn't believe it at first. This can't be real. But the video confirmed everything. The smirk, the taunts, the swagger. Until the bell rang. And oh boy, if you ever wanted to see human arrogance collide with pure, unfiltered reality, this was it. The moment the sparring clip dropped, the internet detonated. The first few seconds looked like a parody skit. The bully bouncing around like he'd just watched one Rocky montage too many. While Canelo stood there calm, collected, scanning him like a lion tracking prey. And then, bam, one clean shot. Not even full power, just a little reminder tap from Canelo's glove and the bully's face. Priceless. Gone was the bravado, the smirk. Suddenly, he looked like a kid who realized detention actually meant staying after school. But Canelo wasn't done. Oh no, this wasn't just boxing. This was a public service announcement. He slipped, countered, and unleashed a combination so brutal, so perfectly timed that the bully folded faster than cheap lawn furniture. One punch sent his ego flying out of his body. Another rattled his brain so hard it probably reset his Wi-Fi password. And then, the KO. The knockout that looked like karma itself wearing Mexican trunks. The gym erupted. Trainers couldn't hide their smirks. Spectators gasped, then laughed, then immediately reached for their phones to post it online. Within minutes, the KO clip spread faster than conspiracy theories on Facebook. And the memes. Oh, the memes. Twitter had a field day. One showed Canelo as a school teacher disciplining a naughty student. Another compared the KO to Thanos snapping his fingers with the bully disintegrating into dust. TikTok edits blasted. Dramatic music over the footage, racking up millions of views in hours. Celebrities couldn't resist chiming in either. Shaquille O'Neal tweeted, "Man thought he was Superman. Found out he's Lois Lane." Snoop Dogg reposted the KO with the caption, "Canelo said, 'Hold my tequila,' even non-boxing." Fans got involved, calling it the greatest shut-up punch in history. But it wasn't just laughs, it sparked debates too. Some fans argued Canelo went too hard, that he didn't need to humiliate the guy. Others countered, he asked for it, he mocked the champ. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And let's be real, if you step into a ring with one of the greatest boxers alive while running your mouth, you deserve whatever cosmic lesson lands on your chin. By the end of the week, the KO wasn't just a viral clip, it was cultural. Currency, kids in schoolyards imitated it. TikTok influencers reenacted it with slow-mo effects. Even grandmas were sharing it on WhatsApp groups, writing, "This is why you respect your elders." The bully, radio silent. His Instagram went dark. His Twitter, suspended probably because he rage deleted everything. And the internet had zero sympathy. Where's the tough guy now? Guess he's still sleeping. Savage comments poured in, cementing his downfall as permanent meme history. The aftermath of this humiliation was nuclear. For Canelo, it wasn't just another day at the office, it was the cementing of his legend. He didn't just KO a bully, he became a symbol of poetic justice. Overnight, he wasn't just a boxing star. He was karma with gloves. Sports channels replayed the KO on loop, calling it the most satisfying knockout of the decade. Analysts praised Canelo's restraint, pointing out he clearly held back, which made it even scarier. If that was only 30% of his power, imagine the full force. The message was clear. Don't test Canelo unless you're built differently. And, spoiler alert, you're not. Meanwhile, the bully's reputation sank faster than the Titanic after hitting an iceberg. Sponsors pulled out. Gyms distanced themselves. Even his friends clowned him online. He wasn't the tough guy anymore. He was that dude Canelo erased. His entire identity reduced to one KO clip replayed endlessly by strangers laughing at his expense. But here's where it gets wild. Instead of dying down, the clip became part of Canelo's mythology. Fans started calling it the humbling. Documentaries brought it up as proof of Canelo's dominance. Kids grew up watching it on YouTube as a cautionary tale. Mock the champ, and you'll wake up staring at fluorescent lights. The cultural ripple effects were insane. Politicians even used it as a metaphor. One Mexican senator tweeted, "Opposing us is like mocking Canelo. You know how that ends." Brands jumped in too. A sports drink ad literally recreated the KO with the tagline, "Respect the champ." And Canelo? He didn't gloat. He didn't rub it in. He simply shrugged it off, like another day, another KO. That's what made it even more legendary. While the world laughed, he walked away calm, as if teaching clowns lessons was just part of his morning cardio. For the bully, there's no comeback, no redemption arc. He'll forever be remembered as the guy who thought he could clown Canelo, until his lights got turned off like a late-night Netflix binge. And that's why this story refuses to fade. Because it wasn't just about boxing. It was about pride, ego, and karma delivered in high definition. It was the universe reminding you us all, if you bark at a lion long enough, don't be shocked when it decides to bite. And there you have it. Fight fans, the cautionary tale of the century. A bully mocks the pound-for-pound king, and within minutes, he becomes a viral KO highlight. Forget life lessons from motivational speakers. This is the only TED Talk you'll ever need. Don't mock Canelo Alvarez unless your dream is to trend worldwide for all the wrong reasons. Now here's what I need from you. First, smash that like button like Canelo smashed that bully's jaw. I want it broken, battered, sent to the shadow realm. Second, drop a comment below. Was this KO the most satisfying shutdown in boxing history? Or do you have another favorite karma punch moment? Let's make the comments section more chaotic than a Logan Paul press conference. And most importantly, hit subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't just cover fights. We cover scandals, drama, chaos, and the kind of knockouts that make history books jealous. You want outrageous breakdowns? You want savage storytelling? This is your new home. Remember, around here, karma always wears gloves, and bullies always hit the canvas. Welcome to the boxing room, where reputations collapse, legends rise, and every punch carries a story.